We don't have a speaker today, but we just have some business that we want to go through and get your thoughts and comments on our recent annual meeting. But first, let me just introduce everybody. So I'm Chris, I'm at Duke. I am a program coordinator for neurology fellowship programs and also the coordinator for all of our medical student programs. And my right hand is Laura. She's at University of Michigan, and I'm not sure if Peggy was able to join us today. Peggy Nolte is our past chair. She's at University of Arizona. So Peggy, I'm not sure if you're on yet, but I hope you get to join us. Laura, you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, hi everybody. I'm Laura Gwynn. Like Chris says, I am the residency coordinator for the Department of Neurology at the University of Michigan. And welcome everybody.
Then we have Lucy and Ria, who are here from AAN, our fabulous support. So do you guys want to say anything?
Sure. Lucy Prasad, I'm the Associate Director for Trainee Education at the American Academy of Neurology. And Ria is now part of my team, which I'm very excited about. So Ria, I'll hand it to you.
My name is Ria Giguera. I recently joined the AAN as the Trainee Education Coordinator, and I will be the CNEC liaison, staff liaison going forward.
Okay, next slide. We wanted to just start the meeting off with just a little debrief. Open it up to anyone that wants to share anything from their experience at AAN. We had an amazing group of about 35 to 40 coordinators join us in Seattle for the annual meeting, and we had basically 4 full days of programming, which was just amazing. We had some wonderful leaders that led a variety of sessions, some of whom are on our call today. But I just wanted to open it up to anyone who had any comments that they wanted to make if you were there. We had a lot of sharing that went on, which was our goal was to get the participants to participate and share their thoughts and ideas throughout each of our sessions. So Laura and I could not have been happier with everyone's participation. There was just a lot of information that from all the coordinators that was shared in our session. So I'd love to invite anyone that wants to share something that they learned or what their favorite thing about the meeting was. We really hope that we can build on our momentum from this year going into next year. And my personal goal is that we have 50 coordinators that are able to attend next year. So if you had a good time, we tried to build in a little bit of socializing in between all of our sessions. But spread the word and really try and encourage your fellow coordinators to join us next year. And with that, I'll just open it up to anybody that wants to share.
I do have to say, one of the very cool things that ended up happening at AAN was the amount of faculty and other people in education that came to some of our meetings that we were not expecting to see. That was really cool. Chris ended up having a full house when she was doing her self-study talk, which is, she wasn't expecting that, but so many people came to learn about coordinator education, and it was really great.
Yeah, we had a full room when Sylvia and I'm just totally blanking on the recruitment session. Of course, that was a really hot topic and continues to be a hot topic. Virtual recruitment looks like it will probably continue into the new year. So I don't know if anybody wants to share their thoughts on that that's a little segue, but that was definitely a hot topic and we had a really big group of attendees at that particular session. Anybody else?
I can say something. I'm Ashley Schaffner. I am the program manager at the Medical College of Wisconsin. And I just found the networking to be extremely helpful and probably one of the best things for me in all of my professional development that I've done since I started my position. Just not only at the conference, but now after the conference, I've reached out to Chris about fellowship things, put an SOS text in the chat in our networking chat this morning to see if anybody could help with things. And so that's been really helpful. But I think just the variety of sessions as well has been extremely helpful. So thank you to Chris and to Laura, to all that you did to prepare for the conference. It was really beneficial. And now that I have a staff, I'm excited to bring some of them next year as well.
Ashley and her PD had a wonderful session on PD and coordinator relationships that we may try and convince her or convince them to lead the session for one of our CNEC meetings this year. We'll have to see if we can work that out, but that was a very well attended session as well. So anyway, okay, well, let's go on to our next topic then. Next slide. Work groups. So we're just going to give a brief overview again about our work groups. We are in the process of scheduling a joint coordinator communications work group and professional development work group meeting with both Ria and Lucy. And currently, for our communications work group, Mark and Cassandra are members, and for professional development, we have Caroline and Melinda. Melissa Crisp previously was in this work group, but due to some things that are happening with her job, taking on some new responsibilities, she's going to step away from the work group temporarily, maybe. So we are going to try and recruit another program coordinator to each of our work groups. We'd like to recruit another program coordinator, but we really want to include some clerkship coordinators on each of these work groups. So one of our goals is to just, and this is our next topic, is to really try and increase our clerkship coordinator base as in our group. So if you are a clerkship coordinator and you are on this call today, we would love for you to join one of these work groups. We also are in the process, we have about 5 or 6 folks who have indicated their willingness to be in a work group for the annual meeting planning. So if there is anyone that is interested, that hasn't told Laura and me that they are interested in being on the annual meeting planning work group, please put your name in the chat or send one of us an email today or tomorrow just to let us know. We're going to try and have a group of about 5 coordinators for each of the upcoming meetings in 2023 and 2024. So we're just going to pick 3 names out of the hat to be part of the 2023 work group, and then 3 for the 2024 work group. And our goal is just to reach out to those folks and confirm that they still want to be part of the work group after we draw names. And then probably in August, after all the new trainees, all that kind of dies down. I know we'll all be working on other things in August and September as well, but that's when we'd like to have our first planning meeting. We won't have a lot of logistical information by that time in terms of space and everything, but we really want to get a head start on ideas for sessions and leaders for sessions. So that's probably going to be the first thing that we all sort of work on in that work group. So if you're interested in adding yourself to any of the 3 work groups. You can put your name in the chat, or you can shoot us an email, and we'll get in touch with you right away so that we can add you to those groups and you guys can help with future planning. So any questions or comments about that? I think there's one message in the chat. Is it from Anne? Is it possible to sign up for AAN planning group? Yes, Anne. I'm making a note right now.
If anybody is interested in speaking or, on a topic, I highly encourage you to do so. It was very rewarding getting to teach all my co-coordinators something new and learning something new from all of you who also presented. So if you in any way, shape, or form feel like there's something you want to let everybody know, please tell us and we will love to have you present. It's a great way to get information out there to everybody. It was definitely well learned and while we were there. So
okay, let's go ahead and move on to our next slide.
Okay, perfect. So hi, everyone. So as part of the program coordinator web resources that we have on the AAN website, we keep a list of coordinators who are willing to mentor either generally or in the listed areas on the slide. So we just like to ask that coordinators who are on that list, please review your info and let us know if there are any changes or updates you'd like to make. And please, anyone who's interested in becoming a mentor, just please let us know so we can update the list with your info. So this will go out after the meeting today, so I don't have to worry about these links.
And this is this mentor list is for our program coordinators for fellowships and residents. But we really would like to have a mentor list for our clerkship coordinators. I know there's a few folks who are on who have said that they would be willing to be on that list. But we really need a few more clerkship coordinators. And that's one thing that I think is on our next slide. If you want to go to that. So we really want to increase our clerkship coordinator presence in our group. And so if you are a clerkship coordinator that's on our group meeting today, we would love for you to participate on one of our work groups. And then if you have ideas on how to just grow our base of clerkship coordinators, Ria also has a new form that she's going to talk about, I think, so that folks can add their names to the listserv, and it has a place where you can indicate what your role is, if you're a clerkship coordinator, fellowship, all of the above, etc. Anyway, we just need to try and figure out a way to get our clerkship coordinators involved in our consortium. So if you have a clerkship coordinator that's new at your institution, reach out to them and let them know about our group. I know a lot of you have sent emails to us over the last couple months for new coordinators in different roles. So we just want to keep building our group, and but we need your help to get those new coordinators hooked up with us. So feel free to email us if you need the link to the form where they can sign up to be on the listserv, or just reach out to us and let us know who they are so we can have an email introduction through you. So any questions about that? Does anyone have a new clerkship coordinator at their institution that may not be part of our group yet that you know of?
Hi, Chris. This is
Janet.
Janet from Rush. We do have a new clerkship coordinator who just started with our institution last week.
Okay, great.
Anna, I think she is on this call, and I did email Ria to add her. So that's exciting for us. But hopefully she'll gain as much as I have from being a part of this group.
Well, great. Welcome. And you said it was Anna?
Yes,
Right.
that's correct, Anna.
Okay. And I noticed that Peggy was here. I think you're here. Hi, Peggy. It's good to see you.
I'll be right back. Sorry, I was late.
That's okay. Okay, let's move on to our next slide. Okay, so yay, we are moving to a standing meeting. I'm sure everyone will be happy to know this. We finally got our act together and found a date that we can have a standing meeting on every month so everyone knows when it is. I think this will really help with bringing in speakers, etc. You guys will know when the meetings are going to be. So the fourth Tuesday of every month from 1 to 2 Central, 2 to 3 Eastern, and our next meeting is going to be June 28th. So we are going to work on getting a speaker for that. Our professional development work group has the name of someone that they would like to invite that wasn't able to speak to us today, but we are hoping to have that speaker join us at one of our upcoming meetings. So mark your calendars, fourth Tuesday of every month for the Zoom meeting. And yeah, we hope to see everyone next month on the 28th. All right, next slide. Update contact information. I'm going to let Ria speak to this again.
So to make sure the information that we have is accurate for the upcoming year, I'd like to ask you all to please just fill out a brief sign-up form for the listserv, which just has you list out your contact info, your role, as Chris was mentioning, and also your specialties or subspecialties. So again, we'll send this info out after the meeting. Thank you everyone for sharing in the chat. I'll make sure to reach out and get them on the listserv. So next slide.
Okay.
I can also let you all know of some upcoming events that might be relevant to you or your trainees. So the Consortium of Program Directors has a conversation corner coming up Tuesday, June 14th from 4 to 5 Central. The Consortium of Clerkship Directors has also a virtual conversation coming up June 21st from 5 to 6 p.m. Central. And then finally, Trainee Trivia is coming back July 19th from 7 to 8 p.m. Central. The links for all of these will also go out after the meeting.